You wake up with the sense that something is not right. Rin just has that like shiver that it just feels something's not right. And it's not that she's sleeping in an unfamiliar bed sort of thing where it's just like I can't get comfortable. This isn't, it is. She's got a feeling that something is not right. I mean, at this moment, there's nothing to go on. It's just she's woken up, sort of just like, oh.
Alright. She'll reach over and slowly put her hand over Chiaki's mouth.
This will wake her up. If I'm allowed to wake up as well. Okay.
She'll put her finger to her lips.
Okay. Chiaki is quite surprised, but assuming it's light enough to see this, she will nod.
There's nothing in the room.
It looks untouched, like it looks as you expect it to be.
Okay. Well, at the end of her bed is her katana, so she'll slide out of the sheets. Just pick up her katana and listen at the door, I guess.
And she
Is
doesn't
the window
hear
open?
anything.
No.
You
Okay,
have no
so
window.
Yeah.
Alright. So she'll slide the door just slightly ajar.
And
There's
you
usually
can
two
see-
guards out there.
And there is not.
And Chiaki's watching her open the door. Still confused.
Two guards aren't there.
No guards are there.
Well, Rin will turn back to Chiaki and hold up her sword.
Okay, Chiaki will take this to mean that she should also be armed and will grab her new katana.
Chiaki picks up her sword.
Is this what we're doing? What?
Rin glares. No, you idiot.
This is her sword. Don't need yours.
What? No, she's
Chiaki
grabbed
walks over to take it. No.
don't.
this sword. That sword. Alright, Chiaki's got her own sword.
Yeah.
Not stolen Rin's. And is waiting to hopefully gain a better understanding of the situation.
She points to her head and throws away again, and then she signs no one.
And Chiaki will look slightly surprised and nod. Like, okay, no one's there.
Okay. Slide the door open a little more and look down the corridor.
You don't see anyone. There's lights on, like the couple of lanterns illuminating partly the corridor.
Okay. With her thumb, she'll click the katana out of the scabbard just slightly and head on down the corridor.
Chiaki will follow.
Not like standing, but you know, sort of a crouching walk.
You move down a little bit through the castle, and ahead you can see a samurai sitting next to one of the doors, and he appears to be sleeping.
Chiaki's going to go bend down next to him to check if he is actually sleeping or if he is terribly wounded or something.
as Chiaki starts to examine him, he slumps to the side, his katana in its sheath, which he had leaning against him, clatters to the floor, and he topples over. And you can see a deep red line under his throat. Not a cut, but definitely looks like something had been pulled tight.
Saito-san, he's dead.
Rin nods. Okay, I guess Rin will open the door.
Okay.
Glides
Chiaki
open.
won't stop her.
And stairs leading up.
Should we go look upstairs?
Rin turns to Chiaki and signs alarm.
Yes, I am alarmed.
Alarm?
And she holds her hand at her mouth and she...
I can't, but is that a bad idea if there are attackers, or... I can call, I suppose. She's waiting for second confirmation. Yes. Hello.
Rin
Is Rin
nods.
still alright? Chiaki will try to call for help, which she's not really... Probably not as loud as Rin would want, because she's feeling very unsure about it.
As Rin starts heading up the stairs, this time with a katana drawn.
Oh, well, and then Chiaki's following her, too. She's not just staying down on the floor with the dead guy.
So you come up onto, out of the guest quarters and onto one of the lion levels, specifically. As you do, you see there's two guards laying on the ground. And then as Chiaki starts to yell, there is a bit of commotion as people obviously are either waking up or guards in other area are hearing her. And a door about 20 feet away suddenly opens and a maid tumbles to the ground, dropping a tea set, which shatters across the floor. And a figure dressed in black steps out behind her, holding a straight short sword.
How tall is this figure?
Average.
Okay.
Are they trying to assassinate anyone with a tea set? Or
That's
Or
quite
is it
the
just-
assumption.
or is it just she just happened to be carrying a tea set?
She was a maid and just happening to carry a tea set.
I like the
Okay.
jump, too. They're trying to assassinate anyone who owns a tea set.
Well, because
It's
I
the
got
coffee
given a
industry.
tea set. Yeah, right.
It appears that the maid has stumbled into something at pretty much the same time as you started yelling, so...
Okay, in that case, Chiaki is going to dash forwards to attempt to prevent the maid from being murdered.
Throws her sheath to the ground and runs after her.
3 success, 2 strife. So, she is slightly unclear of what's going on, and the sudden chaos of people waking up and also wanting to know what's going on is a little confusing. However, upon realizing that this figure is attempting to kill the maid who has dropped the tea set, Chiaki, on instinct, is going to dash forwards and sort of wildly fling her katana up in front of the maid, managing barely to parry the blow. And once she's done that, she's going to step in front of the maid to hopefully be in a better position to parry any further blows.
And the maid is on the ground and she's using her elbows, and her she's finding it difficult to get purchase with the socks that she's wearing, but she is trying to pull herself backwards away from the ninja that is now in front of you.
And she's not wanting to. So basically, Chiaki has noticed something but does not wish to exactly act on it herself, as there's still a ninja directly in front of her. So she's going to call back over her shoulder to wherever Rin may be. There are more headed down the passage, away from us. They seem to have a destination in mind.
So Rin's darted around the side and down the passageway to try and catch up to the others.
And she can see there's about 12 that she can see. And
12?
A door opens and a samurai steps out, and he instantly gets cut down. He was not prepared at all for them, and they're moving pretty quietly, as you would expect. I mean, they're hurrying now. They're not moving quite as quietly as in a full stealth movement, but and they've avoided certain doors as they've gone too, so
They know where they're going.
to Rin it does feel like they are looking for something specifically. They go around the corner out of sight, and the sound of combat can be heard.
Okay. 3 success and 2 strife, which puts me up to 4, which means I'm going for 6, which is the worst one. So Chiaki was hoping that this ninja would give up and move on, and that she could follow after Rin. However, this does not seem to be the case. And as they continue advancing, she decides she really can't just run after Rin because this maid is not able to defend herself, and she will lunge forward with her katana, which is shiny and new, and she will stab him through the chest. And she will feel slightly bad about it because he didn't really attack her, and also she got blood all over the floor, and also the maid's terrified, and she just sort of feels bad all around.
Meat shield.
The maid or what?
Well, I guess the maid?
I don't know who you're talking about, so. Alright. I guess that's all I can do, unless I can attack and then move a bit.
We'll make her way around the corner with her sword in the air behind her, ready for...
Okay, she comes around the corner and she can see the area is hazy from some form of smoke. She can see 4 lion samurai have engaged the ninja. A couple of doors have been smashed. The ninja are skilled and scary, but skilled and scary in a very specific way. And sword to sword, they are absolutely struggling against the lion Bushi. They are, however, as far as the lion are concerned, cheating. And you can see that there is a samurai laying on the ground. There is 2 shuriken embedded in him. The smoke does not smell like fire smoke, but it's got a very sort of biting, peppery sort of edge to it. Where she is, it's thinner, but she can still taste it and feel it in her eyes. It's not affecting her other than that, but it would be definitely harder and more difficult closer. but the it does appear that some of the ninja are laying down their lives to delay the samurai. So she can see about 6 now.
And some crashed doors.
Yeah, a couple of doors have been smashed. From this point, whether it's they've not opened it and just gone through them, or whether someone has been fallen through it or thrown through it, she can't tell. But there's like 2 doors that are definitely smashed.
I guess she's taking a deep breath and going through one of the broken down doors.
Okay. And Chiaki, with your movement, you come around the corner. A shuriken flies by you and thuds into the wall.
Okay.
Also, as you see Rin disappearing down through a broken door, and a couple of shurikens fly in after her. They do not hit, but as she's running, she hears a zzz, and a couple fly by and thunk into the wall on her left.
She not having maybe as much of a sense of what's going on since she got there later will continue to chase after Rin. So through the same broken door.
All right, Rin comes around the corner and a door is open, which she recognizes from the sort of design would be a bed chamber, or a like what you have. It's a room, so it's a sleep chamber and
An office, whatever you want to call it.
residence. Yeah.
Well, Rin's not stopping. So she'll run through to the bedroom chamber.
Okay, so the room is about 30 feet by 20 feet in total size. So it's not huge. And she can see a total of 7 people.
This just got hairy all of a sudden.
Well, that was 7 people. Maybe they're not all ninja.
Yeah, or maybe they're all just having a general meeting. As she steps through the bedroom doorway into the chamber, she immediately takes a defensive. Okay, she takes a defensive stance and steps back into the main room where there's more, the bedroom door at least, so that all 4 can't engage her at once at least.
One flicks his hand, and Rin sees the glint of metal as a shuriken cuts along her ribs for 3, as one of the other ones leaps out into the hall to try to separate her head from her shoulders, and he is unable to do so.
Good.
Makes a couple of swings, and Rin definitely backs away, and the ninja lunges at her again, almost gliding through the air, and she does the same, but she spins and pivots on position, and as the ninja flies past her, she brings her katana up, slicing, falls past her. She spins back to the room where the ninja with the shurikens lining up another one to throw at her, and she wields her sword back in a 2-handed fashion and throws it. And it flies end over end and embeds deeply into the ninja's chest, sticking through to the other side. He looks down, drops the shuriken, looks back up in amazement, falls to his knees. Rin takes a step back and falls face to the floor as the other guy falls face to the floor.
He's running over to wherever Rin has just fallen.
Chiaki can see there is 2 ninja still standing.
Mm.
2 appear dead. you can see Nensho Himitsu is laying on the ground. He's not moving. His sword is out of his reach. You can see Hinata Himitsu against the wall with a dagger deep in her chest. And you can see their child laying on the floor with a dagger deep in his chest.
Okay. Chiaki stops, and having taken in the scene, she pauses and she looks angry. And she really, really wants to do something that she's not going to do. But what she will do is bare her teeth and lunge forwards at the closest ninja and roll to attack.
It'd be funny if you ended up with despair.
It's quite possible. I'm not good at fighting. Okay, in order to take any of these success, I have to get to a despair myself. So, hey, why not, right? Chiaki lunges forwards and runs through the closest ninja with her katana, and as she's pulling it back out of him, she feels a shuriken thud into her back from the ninja who she wasn't focusing on at that moment in time, and she will turn her attention to him. And having pulled the katana out of the first ninja, she will slash the second one directly across the face. And he will fall to the ground. Not dead, but not particularly happy.
And 4 Lion Samurai will run up. Their katanas are out. They're ready to engage. They've fought through, or the others have been dispatched. You're not sure yet. As soon as they see that the ninjas have been dealt with, they very deftly slide their katanas back into the scabbards and come to your aid.
All right. If one of them doesn't do it first, Chiaki will attempt to help Rin up.
Rin's already getting to her feet. And she walks over to one of the ninjas and puts her foot on his chest and pulls her katana out.
All right, and Chiaki is just sort of standing there, unsure of what to do now, really, and she's not angry anymore. She's just sort of standing there.
Hmm.
Hmm?
And Rin comes over to Chiaki and looks at her, and she signs Y.
What? Why?
Points down at the bodies.
I don't know. Chiaki is sort of staring at the ninja that are lying on the ground. They do not look like the ninja that I have seen before, so I suppose that is good at least.
What are the guards doing?
They're trying to lend aid to Chiaki and you at this point.
They're
okay,
pulling
well,
shuriken
shit.
out of people.
Yeah, I mean, like they're not just
Standing there.
yeah, but they're also trying to work out what's the best thing to do. Like if they're not met, they might not rip the thing out, or maybe they do. Maybe one
I
of
don't
them
know.
angrily rips it from her back, looks at it, throws it
Angrily.
down the hole.
I hate this thing. Ow!
You
Why'd you
guard
do
walking
that?
down the hall. Thunk.
Yeah, exactly.
You okay? She signs.
I am upset.
Well, then Rin signs to you, you need doctor.
Chiaki sort of grimaces in pain, and I don't know if Rin would notice. Her teeth look a little sharp.
Hmm.
And she will nod and say, fine. I do not know where one would be.
She points to her mouth as in ask.
Oh, Saito-san would like to know where we can find a doctor.
Please come with me. And you are led off.
Okay.
You are looked after, and over the next couple of days, you are able to heal a little bit before you are summoned to a meeting with Hodan-sama in the garden.
All right.
Hmm.
It is a little less formal than the evening, but his strength of personality is still very strong.
Mm.
His wife is off to one side, and there is about 12 samurai. They don't look at you at all like a threat, but he's always got attendants.
Yep, that's fair.
Hmm.
I would like to thank you for your part in the proceedings the other night. I have sent Nensho to the capital to grieve, and to be able to see his other son.
She looks. Rin looks at Chiaki and says, "Is alive."
Saito-san says that she was not aware that he had survived.
Saito-san's arrival had made their original plan unattainable at that moment.
I am sorry we did not get there sooner.
It was not your fault. The lion is considering what response it will do. We suspect a samurai called Tamakuro. He is in a neighboring province. He was pushing for a rather unsavory trade deal, one that Nensho was never going to accept. Our feeling is that this was in retaliation. A message. We cannot act directly against him at this time, as we have no proof.
I see.
It was a samurai.
That sent the ninja, he's saying.
Yeah. Okay.
We have believed for some time that Tamakuro has ties to Hikibi.
Is there any way that we could be of assistance?
I feel it would be unfair of me to ask you to travel to the province and see what you could learn. They would, however, be expecting Lion.
Saito-san? What are your thoughts?
Rin nods.
We could.
We will be in your debt.
Yeah.
Please, that is not, why we would. At least Chiaki can speak for herself. Maybe Rin wants the lion to be in her debt. I don't know.
Rin's
So-
got nothing to add.
We will go investigate then.
I will
Is-
have my attendant give you all the information we have.
Thank you. The Legend of the Five Rings role-playing game is available from Edge Studios, starring RavenInsane as Rin, Emily as Chiaki, and Ghost as the storyteller. Sounds and music were provided by Sirenscape and Nash Music Library. This has been a Critfail production. Thank you very much for listening. And is it clear that Rin is alive? Or like, is she moving? She's not like,
She's groaning and
okay, she's alive.
sort of rolling around in the entrails.
Oh, of
Not
course
rolling
she
as
is.
if
Frolicking?
frolicking in the
Rin's getting weird.